Hey guys, Sarferaaz Khaan here. Tourism is one of the most profitable sectors in this world. Each and every day, lakhs and lakhs of people visit different countries and states all around the world. Excluding the pandemic situation, tourism is always on the go. So coming to today's topic, you think you can visit all the places around this world, every nook and corner of this world.
I can go anywhere I want.
But no, there are some exceptions. In this video, we are going to look into the most forbidden places of this world. Places where tourists or even the common people are not allowed or completely restricted from. So some of the restrictions of these places are quite normal and for reasonable factors. But the others are very spooky, mysterious and unbelievable. So before we go into this video, if you're coming here for the first time and you're looking for ways to become the best ever version of yourself and gain amazing levels of knowledge, you have come to the right place. Without wasting any more time, let's get started right now.
Everybody talking but they coming to the shows. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking but they coming to the shows. Pulling up, ain't no swerving.
Lascaux Caves, France. So just like Ajanta and Ellora caves in India, Lascaux is also a network of caves. There is not just one cave, there are many. So as soon as you hear the word cave, your mind would automatically shift to paintings. And yes, Lascaux caves are very famous for their paintings. There are over 600 paintings which are more than 17,300 years old. There are paintings of stags, bisons, cattle and even humans. And the mastermind behind all these paintings is Abbé Henri Breville. But why is this place closed to public? Though this place was very famous after World War II, this place was closed in 1963. The main reason for the closure of this place is quite surprising. It is the breath and sweat of humans. For example, let's imagine a situation. In a crowd, especially where there are a lot of people, there is definitely going to be more humidity and there is definitely going to be more carbon dioxide release. So all the authorities felt that this would damage the level of paintings. And an additional point over here, Lascaux Caves is a World Heritage Site. Ise Grand Shrine, Japan. We all know what is a shrine. It is a place of worship where people pay their tributes to a specific deity. The similar words for shrine are chapel, sanctum, stupa and so on. By that way, Japan is a place which is really famous for shrines. Approximately there are 80,000 of them just in Japan. So the most important one among them is the Ise Grand Shrine, and it is the most expensive one too. So just like every shrine or every religious place has a particular tradition, the Ise Grand Shrine also has a particular tradition. It is of the Shinto tradition, which was back from 8th century. A really surprising fact here is that to maintain the tradition, this place is rebuilt every 20 years. So unless you are a member from the royal family of a Shinto tradition, you are not allowed inside this shrine. North Brother Island, USA. This is one of the most popular abandoned places in the USA, which is in New York. In the 1900s, there was a person called Mary Mallon. She was a cook. So what's the matter with Mary? She was the first person in the USA itself to be infected with typhoid, the Salmonella typhi. We all know that is a form of bacteria and it is capable of spreading to people. So just because of Mary Mallon, 53 other people were infected with typhoid and 3 of them lost their lives as well. The most important fact to note over here is that Mary Mallon was asymptomatic. She didn't have any kind of symptoms for typhoid. That is the real problem over here. So after this, Mary Mallon was being called as Typhoid Mary. You know, it is really disgusting and unlucky for a person to be called by abusive names. And also, she was quarantined for 23 years. So just imagine 23 years in quarantine. We were not able to manage even 1 year. And eventually in 1938, she died of a paralytic attack. So after Mary Mallon died, North Brother Island in USA became a rehabilitation center for all kind of drug addicts. But now, this place is totally abandoned and restricted. Ross Castle, Ireland. So Ireland is a place which is really famous for its castles from the 16th century itself. So one among them is the Ross Castle. So there are 2 castles in the same name, Ross Castle in County Meath and Ross Castle in Killarney. We are going to discuss about County Meath. There is no clear evidence whether the history of this castle is true or not, whether it is a fact or a myth. Anyway, I'll tell you what the local people in Ireland believe. This castle was built by Lord Richard Nugent in 1539, who was from a very royal family. So he had a daughter called Sabina. Although Sabina had a lot of health issues during her childhood, she grew up to be a very beautiful girl. In the course of time, she fell in love with a person called Orwin, who was also from a royal family. They wanted to get married and they took this matter to their parents, but unfortunately their parents don't wanted to get them married. Both of the families were against this marriage. So what could happen next? So just like we see in most of the movies, if a marriage is not being accepted by parents, two of these people run away. And that is what exactly happened here. Sabina and Orwin tried to escape Ireland. And here starts the problem. While trying to escape Ireland, they were hit by a storm in Lake Sheelin. Both of them were hurt badly, and as a result, Orwin was dead. Sabina was unconscious for 3 days after she was rescued from Lake Sheelin. But soon after she heard that Orwin was no more, she fell into a deep despair and emotional break. She refused to eat, sleep and drink, and as a result, she lost her life also. But now, at present, it is said that both Sabina and Orwin are routinely sighted on the property. Guests have reported hearing voices and doors shutting on their own, sometimes with a startling bang. As a result, Ross Castle is now closed and restricted. Dulles Base, USA. So Dulles is a place near the border of Mexico. According to 2010 census, there were only 2,600 people here, but now there is no one. But why is this place restricted and abandoned? Dulles Base has very tight security and is regarded as one of the top forbidden places in the world and in the USA. There is also a conspiracy theory about this Dulles Base. A conspiracy theory is nothing but a belief about something which is unexplained. Let me give you an example now. So all the theories and assumptions we have about alien presence, for example, are all conspiracy theories, because we still don't know the reality whether aliens exist or not. So all the theories are said to be conspiracy theories. And the conspiracy theory about the Dulles Base is the exact same. There is a belief about an alien underground facility over here and about some strange scientific experiments. Scientists of the present day strongly believe that there is something strange and mysterious going on down there. And they also say that the US government is not ready to reveal all the facts to the public. So what do you say about this place? Comment your thoughts down below. The Snake Island, Brazil. Yes, you heard that right. Snake Island. It is also called Ilha da Queimada Grande. Even the Brazilian government has considered this place to be illegal for visitors. Not only for visitors, even for common people. Just because of one horrible fact about this place. The fact is, for every square meter you go, there is definitely one snake. So the total area of this island is 4,30,000 meters. So there are approximately 4,30,000 snakes over here. So the reason why this island has a lot of snakes is unknown, but there are definitely lots of snakes over here. So unless you have a special permission or you want to conduct some research over here, you can go inside. But only to a certain extent. You can only go to the shore of that island and not inside the forest. If you want, you can go, but there is no return. There are more than 4,000 golden lance heads in this island, which is one of the most deadliest snake breed in this world. It can also be called as Bothrops insularis. And this snake breed is only found in the Snake Island and not anywhere else in this world. The tomb of Qin Shi Huang. This place is also called as the mausoleum of China's first emperor. The mausoleum is simply a tomb, nothing else, where the bodies of someone really special or someone really respectable is buried. So one speciality of this tomb is that it is underground. It is beneath a pyramid. And this place was never found for 2,000 years. So what did they find down there? They found terracotta warriors. There were sculptures made of terracotta. From this tomb, they discovered more than 8,000 warrior sculptures, 100 chariot sculptures, 400 horses and more than 1 lakh weapons. What is more interesting to note here is that all the sculptures had a particular difference. None of the two sculptures were identical. For example, let's take this 8,000 warrior sculptures. None of the two sculptures were identical. 8,000 of them were different. Isn't that mind-blowing? So to protect the heritage of this place and to pay respect to their first ever emperor, the Chinese government has not allowed any excavation or not allowed any tourists so far. Area 51, USA. Area 51 is commonly used as a testing and training range for the US Air Force, which is located in Nevada. But on the other side, just like Dulles Base, Area 51 is also filled with conspiracy theories. And just like the Dulles Base, Area 51 is also believed to have alien evidence. As far as the evidence is concerned, it is pretty much concrete than what we have about Dulles Base, because some of the people from the US Navy have spoken about this evidence, and there is a particular video about this. This video was not supposed to be seen by the public or the media, but after the video got leaked, they officially released it. All this happened back in 2017, and here is the video. Doomsday Vault, Norway. So Doomsday Vault is basically a seed bank which is located in Norway. So what is a seed bank? It is a place which preserves a variety of seeds for long-term storage. The main purpose of building this Doomsday Vault, in case if there is a global crisis or in case if there is an apocalypse, this place is meant for protecting all the seeds, that is protecting life maybe. From every corner of the world, tons of seeds are sent for long-term storage to the Doomsday Vault. So just like every other place, you cannot enter just like that, and you have to enter only with a special permission. So here comes the last place, Aokigahara, Japan. This could be the most creepiest place you would have ever heard about. Aokigahara is a huge forest near Mount Fuji in Japan. It is also called as the Sea of Trees because there are a lot of trees over there. It also has another name according to Japanese mythology. It is referred to as the home to the Yurei, which means ghosts of the dead. Since 1960s, this forest is closely associated with mass suicidal rates. Aokigahara gained popularity because it had become a place where a lot of people commit suicide. It is not easy to find a way out of this forest, and it is also very easy to get lost because the soil in this forest has a lot of iron content because Mount Fuji is nearby, which is a volcanic region. So all the GPS, compass or even your mobile network would be confused to work. So even if a person wants to visit this forest, he or she is not allowed after a certain extent because there is a very big chance there are still bodies in that forest. According to the 2003 records, 103 bodies were discovered. But still, people enter this forest with the intention of not coming out. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a small recap of all the places. Lascaux Caves, France. Ise Grand Shrine, Japan. North Brother Island, USA. Ross Castle, Ireland. Dulles Base, USA. Snake Island, Brazil. Tomb of Qin Shi Huang, China. Area 51, USA. Doomsday Vault, Norway. And finally, Aokigahara, Japan. I hope that this video was a completely new but weird information for you. Let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts about this video and what is your favorite restricted place. So that's it for today guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family and drop your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.
I'll bring that